Hello, everyone. It's Rebecca Gabrielle here from Living with Spice. Thank you for joining me again for this general weekly card reading. Today is Sunday, the 25th of November, so the reading is going to be for the week ahead up until Sunday, the 2nd of December. So we're going to run through with a few different card decks there. Have all been pre-shuffled. I do hope everyone is well and you've had a good week so far. And let's get into it. Also, if you do enjoy the readings, please like them and subscribe. And of course, if you're interested in a personal one-on-one reading, you can contact me. My details are in my bio. All right, thanks everyone. I'm just going to move the camera and we'll get started. So I'm just going to use this tarot deck to start with. Some guidance for this week ahead, please, and what we can expect, the energies that we have, and how to deal with the different circumstances that come up before us. We have one more card, please. Lovely. All right. So let's see what we have. Well, we have the Four of Cups here. I'm really getting a feeling from this that there is definitely tapping into your emotions this week, things that are on offer and things that you're pondering in terms of choices. And I get a good feeling that you're reflecting on what it is that you have at the moment and what it is that you believe would make an ideal outcome for yourself. You're very much in tune with your emotions and your feelings this week. You're doing a lot of reflecting on how you're feeling about things in your life at the moment. Perhaps things are not speeding along as quickly as you'd like, but it's certainly been an opportune time to reflect on what you have and where you are going. So, this lovely female here is quite, represents our feminine side, our feminine energy or our yin energy, and she's quite relaxed, she's pondering, she's very much in a reflective mood here. And we know that cups or water is about getting in tune with our emotions and our feelings. And, the representation of the lotus leaves here, the lotus flowers, what we want to bring into our life and what is currently, and appreciating what is currently. And I suppose in this reflective mood, which often the moon is, when we are feeling most reflective, and this week we certainly have had a full moon, Friday and Saturday, we are very much in tune with how we are feeling about things. So it's been an opportune time for things to come to the surface. Sometimes that can cause some instability in our life, but in this card here, it's whatever has come to the surface has actually been beneficial. It's been a time to be able to put everything out on the table, and sometimes that is challenging in itself, but this card is showing that it's actually made it better insofar as you've been able to honestly and truthfully address things in your life. Address what needed to be addressed. Perhaps it's that final burst where the tension has been building up, and certainly last week before the full moon, and now it's almost this peaceful resolution of having looked at everything that is. And as a result of this reflection and what's important to you, there's the Four of Wands. And this card represents an offer. Sometimes it's an offer of love in a relationship, or where one person is reaching out to another. generosity, help. Sometimes we, even in our platonic relationships and friendships, there's guidance that we offer our friends. We're there in times of need. And it's hope for the future here. And this is as a result of deeper reflections in your life. When we're on track with our life and we examine the truth in our life, we're able to attract the abundance in our life and the things that we're dreaming of. And so this card represents that. It's things coming to fruition, an offer. It may be that you've been working towards your perfect dream job. So you will get word of that, and it'll be what you're hoping for. The Knight of Pentacles is similar. This one often refers to your passions in life, and that could be in terms of relationships, or it could be in terms of your dream project, the thing that you most love to do. The Knight of Pentacles is similar energy in that it's an offer that's coming towards you in terms of possibly a new job, in terms of bringing stability into your life. And unlike other Knight cards, this one is slow, steady and sure-footed. There's no rush with this. It's all that you've worked towards. So this is definitely good news. Something good is coming your way. So that's great news. Then we have the Devil card. And that often presents itself when we're experiencing confusion and we are in doubt about the choices. So all I can say is that whatever is unfolding for you this week, just be sure that your choices are coming from a place that is reflective of your true path. Make sure that you continue to remember why you're doing something. Remember your bigger purpose in life and what you're aiming for, so as to avoid illusions. And certainly when change is occurring in our life, we can be tempted to resort back to our safe place, and our safe place may not actually be a safe place. It may be a place that is habitual, and we have typically gone and done certain things, said certain things, or resorted to certain behaviour because it's been an attempt to protect us in the past, but actually long term doesn't serve you. It actually is more about our fears. So we're being asked, given the goodness of what's after personal reflection and attracting offers of help and compassion and kindness in our life, and then certainly good news in terms of our finances and our stability, our sense of stability is coming. Therefore, this is a reminder, stay true on that path. Don't get distracted. Don't procrastinate. Stick with what you have intended. Stick with what you know is right. This is just a red flag to remind you. It's not a card to say that you're heading down the wrong path. It's a card just really to remind you, stay focused on the right thing, what is true for you, what you know will bring the best outcome for you in your life. So let's see what we have with the Fairy Oracle cards. I haven't used these recently. Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Fairy Tarot cards. So let's just pull a few cards from this deck today. Too many there. one more card. Whoop, just went flying. High Priestess, and I think I'll just do one more. One more card, please. Okay, I'm going to go with that one there. Okay. All right, beautiful. So if you, we have the Four of Autumn here. Manage your resources wisely. Achieve a balance in how you spend and save money. Help out those that are less fortunate. So if you are at the moment feeling a little bit lean in the purse, this is just a reminder to don't be overindulgent at this time of year. And it is a bit of a challenge not to be with Thanksgiving and Christmas and what have you. But it's just a very good reminder to now is the time to be prudent. Be prudent. Put aside what's needed for the important things, and that will serve you well this week. Two of Autumn. Bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs and exceptional talent for multitasking. So this week there's a lot of changes that are happening. And this card is beautiful. There's a real sense of enlightenment and celebratory activity. Lots of things for you to be focusing on, but it feels very uplifting and positive. So that's great. That's probably a good alignment with the offer of the offers that are coming towards you for support, and particularly the Knight of Pentacles to assist you. And if it has been challenging, this is a beautiful card to remind you to lift the energy. You can do that by, I suppose, many different ways. Get active, get outside, play some music, have some fun, share some laughs with some friends, be social. That always helps to lift the energy, lift your vibration, and particularly when there's a lot of things that have been going on that you've been juggling. So, and a beautiful reminder that you're actually very good at multitasking. And this week looks like you'll be doing a lot of that. Then we have a major arcana card, the High Priestess. This is a reminder to trust your intuition, to as you progress through this week, there are going to be things as a result of this inner reflection that you've been going through. There are going to be things that you're going to need to be very careful about in your discernment and your personal judgment. And so the High Priestess card is reminding you to tap into your intuition, that sometimes we need to trust that even more than our monkey mind. Sometimes when things are challenging and we are needing to do a lot and multitask and prioritise, we can tend to be a little bit too much in our headspace, hence the emphasis to be a little bit more light-hearted and raise your personal energy vibration so that you can tap into your intuition easily. This card looks a little bit somber. It's really just pointing to the fact that you've got so much to draw on in terms of your past experience and inner knowledge. And this is what is meant by this card, that before you make decisions or before you act and before you speak, just carefully reflect on what you're going to say and do before you take action. And what that means is to consider all possibilities in terms of, in particular, what would be the result or the consequence, or how others may receive or interpret your actions or your messages or your communication. So be considered and thoughtful and discerning about how you move forward this week and how you take your action. Because clearly you are being called to take action with this multitasking and activity, but you can do it successfully by drawing on what you know, and by this kind of looks a little bit like the Bible. And to me, that sort of says, tap into your wisdom and do what you know is right. Do what you believe is for the greater good, and it will serve you well. And then we have this card, renewal. Review the past and present so you can plan a bright new future. Understanding your life purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and others. Yeah. It has been a big time. It has been a big week of personal reflections. But trust it's all going in the right direction. Yes, it is a time of reviewing past choices and determining for yourself what is working, what isn't, what's serving you and what isn't, and are you on the path? Are you on the right path for yourself? Are you really doing what you set out to do and for the right reasons? When we do what we know is right, we're going to be on the right path and achieve what we really want to achieve in our life. And we can do it in such a way that it's harmonious with everyone else, ultimately. And if we're not true to ourselves, then it will affect everyone else as well as ourselves. It will affect our future. So as we wisely, and this old man kind of looks like a Santa Claus, but as we wisely tap into our intuition, stay grounded, and remember what you do know. Remember what is true for you, and think carefully about how you want to move forward. Is it the right thing for you? And in doing this, you're going to become more aware of your life purpose and your direction. And it's also about, as you move forward, to really come to a place of loving acceptance of who you are. And no matter what has happened in the past, and none of us are perfect, things happen and we make decisions and choices that we think are okay at the time and may not turn out to be that way. As you review the past, let go of all sense of judgment of yourself. Honestly, it is a time for compassion and kindness. And as other people reach out to show that compassion and kindness towards you, know that it's equally important for you to show the same to yourself. And in doing so, by doing the right thing, letting go of the past mistakes, you benefit yourself and others. I'm just going to pull an oracle card from the Gaia Oracle deck to add to this beautiful reading for this week. Please know that this is a general reading. I'm sure that you can take something out of this message that resonates with what's been going on in your life and how things will unfold for you this week, and you'll be able to make sense of it for you. Oh, lovely. So we have the card, the Dream. And on the writing it says here, something is revealed, insight and a breakthrough. So if it hasn't happened already, it's going to happen this week, where following some, fairly intense inner work and reflection, you're going to be more aware of let's say, deeper understanding of what has been and what is. This is a beautiful moon. This information that comes to you, or this insight that comes to you, actually is a breakthrough personally for you. There's a sense of relief, and this beautiful woman is just lying there completely relaxed, that what was tying you up in knots before has now been let loose, because you've had an opportunity to understand at a deeper level You've received wisdom. Perhaps it's been through someone else, or through your own realizations. And this insight has helped you to let go, to release judgments of yourself, to help you see the bigger picture, to reconnect with you. Perhaps you've struggled to connect with your own feelings, and you've probably struggled to understand yourself, and to even trust your own feelings and emotions. And so the dream is referring to you're now free to move forward unrestricted and focus on your authentic self, who you desire to be in your life, what you desire in your life. So there's a real sense of letting go and a breakthrough that this insight has given you. The Wisdom of Oracles. Oops. Oh, wow. So yes, there has, as a result of reflection and reviewing your past, there's what we call a death. And I don't mean a physical death. It's a letting go and a finishing and an ending of something that wasn't working. Perhaps it's been some things that have been in your life that you realise need to go and are not serving you. It could also be a letting go of a releasing of things that have kept you mentally and emotionally bound, that have been on your mind and worrying you, self-judgments, ways of being. This year has perhaps been a bit challenging for a lot of people, but you've just had this incredible awareness and understanding of yourself and your circumstances. And, you now have this aha moment of what is true. And there's that sense of relief that comes, at this point when we've let something go. The next card, the Deer, is about gentleness and diplomacy. And it's to do with your relations with others, 2222, in how you communicate with other people, and the importance of delivering communication and relating in a way that's respectful of other people, but kind, diplomatic, and, putting yourself in other people's shoes. And if this is not something you've done much of in the past, or you haven't felt very experienced at doing that, you've been given the opportunity to really do that now. Because as changes come in our life, we often are encouraged to take, if we don't really have a choice. When this card pops up, we know that change is forever change. It's not, there's no compromising, there's no negotiation, the change has happened. You cannot turn back from this. But in the process, you're then placed in the position of making new choices and new decisions, and sometimes that requires us to have very important conversations and to handle things, handle change, and communicating with others appropriately and kindly, and with respect. As we relate to other people, look how this deer is looking head on, face to face, direct eye contact. That's what it's about. The energy of this deer is I'm going this way. I know what I'm about, but I'm very sure-footed. But I intend to be honest and truthful with you, and in a kind way. So the way you approach your week, this is the energy of how to approach your week, how to approach others, and how to approach yourself as well. And then we have the forgiveness card. I really see this as a forgiveness of self, learning to love yourself despite despite our flaws. And none of us are perfect. As we're reflecting on things, we may be a little bit painfully aware of how things have been in the past. And we've some of it's been okay and some of it's not been okay. And as you go through that process, be forgiving of yourself. Forgiving of yourself, forgiving of others. Sometimes, we're not in our best shape or form when we are feeling most vulnerable. Be mindful of that. Understand others, have empathy for others as much as you need to have for yourself. And be kind and compassionate with yourself this week. Just as others are showing kindness and compassion to you, you do the same for others. Okay? And that way it comes back to you and everything will come together to provide for your needs in the way that is best for you. So Pentacles refers to our basic needs in life, our finances, our home life. Be rest assured that will get sorted. Avoid going into fear. Avoid going into drama. Don't procrastinate because that's the energy of the devil. Keep focused on your purpose, okay? And be kind to yourself and others. And then I was going to do one last card for this reading. We're just going to do a card from the Romance Angels deck, and that will just help us give a little bit of insight around relationships this week and what we need to know. Actually, I might draw 3 cards from this one, and then we will finish. Oops, oh, it's all happening. There we go. It's 2, and we'll have 1 more. Okay, thank you. So, okay. Okie dokie. So we've got very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. All of the changes that you've been going through and things that might present itself this week, know that resolution is coming. Resolution in terms of relationships this week is coming very, very soon. You're working towards that now. So, as you're working towards that, be clear in your mind about what you want so that it can come to you more quickly. Okay? So, trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Draw on what you know is right. Take time. Be careful with your decisions and how you take action. Be mindful of others and decide what it is that you want so that you can move forward with some level of certainty. That's not to say you need to have answers, but know what it is that you want. Okay, so that you don't get distracted along the way. You don't want the distraction that will take you off your path. You want to be sure about what your path is moving forward. In terms of relationships, we do have romantic feelings here. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So with everything, all the change that's happening at the moment, it is causing you to be in a more reflective state and even to examine a little bit more about your own feelings, which perhaps it might have been a little bit more difficult for you in the past. Perhaps you've been used to acting and deciding and whatever based on your own thinking of what you need and want and not really an appreciation of your feelings. It's only when we're able to allow ourselves to feel our own emotions that we can understand the feelings and emotions of others. So this card is encouraging you to trust your feelings. They're worth exploring. They're worth exploring because they lead you to better understand yourself and to better understand others. The direction and the reason why you're doing things in your life. And so this one, worth waiting for. So for all of the hard work and the inner work that you've been going through, the angels are letting you know that divine timing is at work in your love life. And this could, whether this is to do with divine timing in a relationship, in terms of love life, or divine timing in terms of you understanding love for yourself. Everything that's happening in your life now is helping you to understand what love is and to move closer toward that experience of love. So don't be discouraged by the intensity of what you're going through. The angels are letting you know it is all going in the right direction, and this is a time of discernment, sometimes slow unfolding of your own inner wisdom and growth and love in your life. Trust this. They are here guiding you, so you have no reason to fear. You have no reason to fear. Everything that you need is coming to you. You have love and support there for you, ready for you anytime. So, my friends, this is our reading for this week. I hope that it is helpful to you, that in that message there is something there that you can resonate with. Keep it in mind as you move forward this week to be careful in your decisions and your actions. Be mindful of others. You are definitely experiencing a change, a permanent change in your life. You have received some beautiful insight and wisdom that is changing you, transforming you for the better and permanently. It's a beautiful time of awakening for you, and I'm very happy for you. Stay on the path. Prioritize your basic needs in terms of your finances. That's important for you. Lift your energy. This is not all serious. This is a beautiful, it may have felt serious for you, especially if the finances have been a bit wobbly, but just know that you're being supported. You've got a lot of things on your list to do now, but do it with light-hearted energy. That way you will get through and achieve exactly what you want to achieve. And guess what? It's coming to you anyway, regardless. So why not have fun with it and know that this is truly a monumental change in your life right now and for the better. So I wish you all well. Lots of love. It's a beautiful reading. You're going through an amazing transformation right now, and I'm very happy for you. So lots of love and light for this week, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.